Hello, Digidestin, and welcome to the King's Courts. Now, okay, it's pretty safe to say that everyone in the Digimon community was not expecting a whole new ban list right away. Oh boy, this is definitely what was out of nowhere. So, although we're going to still approach it just like we do every ban list video, we're going to go over me and Channel Member Michael's picks of what we think have a chance to get hit. Although, if I'm being honest with you, I really don't think anything in the game right now is like super degenerate. It needs to go. If anything, I feel like this ban list is a preemptive hit. Kind of like what we saw back in the day with Cross 4, Shadow Cross 4. They preemptively hit that before Crossheart could take over the meta here in the West like it did in Japan that entire summer. So, I feel like that's what's going on here. I feel like since we're going to be getting, at least here in the West, we're going to be getting a Pokemon and a Anubismon, and if you haven't been keeping up with the Japanese meta for Digimon, those decks are nutty. Like, I do not want to deal with a Pokemon, but basically, I feel like that's what this list is. I feel like it's a preemptive hit in order to, make the game a little more, balance for when those cards come out. Even though, ironically, let's be real, those aren't the only decks we got to look forward to coming out soon. Don't forget, in a couple of weeks, if I remember right, I think that's when, I forgot the exact date the new Terriermon structure decks was come out, but let's be real. When that thing comes out, the whole format's going to be running rampant with bunnies everywhere. Reminds me of my old high school. But anyways, there's gonna be bunnies everywhere. It's gonna be rabbit hunting season at that point. So let's be aware there's gonna be stuff coming in soon. So even with this restriction list, there's still stuff we gotta be aware of that's gonna be coming in soon. So just keep that in mind. So a lot of these cards that me and Chilmer and Michael chosen are cards, honestly, that were pretty much on our first banlist restriction video that we did a couple of weeks ago. Let's see. We were right about Izamon Scatter Mode, and we were right about Geo Greymon. So we got a couple of cards right. So let's see if we can continue this train. These are cards we think have a possibility because I really don't feel like, unlike those cards, because let's be real, ever since Geo Grey got hit, you haven't been really hearing a lot of people say Shine Greymon is impossible to play against as much. I mean, at this point, I think the deck, it might even be kind of fair, if you ask me. Again, that's just an opinion. I know there's always going to be people who say they hate Marcus and they hate Shine Greymon. I understand that. I hate Black War Greymon players. We all hate Grandis Coagumon, even though that card's at 1 and needs to stay at 1. Wink, wink. But bottom line is, we're just going to be going right now. It's not as bad as it was with all 4 at full gas, especially at the time they didn't have the yellow and red training cards. So let's be grateful that wasn't a thing yet. So now that that's pretty much out of the way, we're going to be going over the cards we think have a possibility. These aren't only a few of these cards, and I'll go over which ones we think actually should get hit, and that's just our opinions. Everyone is free to theirs. Go ahead and leave them in the comments. I'm sure I'm going to say one card that somebody's not going to agree with, and they're going to leave an entire paragraph saying why we're wrong. Because let's be real, ban list prediction videos and bring out some of the nastiness out of players. Let's be real. A lot of people don't like their favorite decks getting hit. I understand that. I don't like that either. I felt the same way when, I'm pretty sure every Black War Greymon player felt the same way when Greymon X got hit. So, I understand. But we're just going over cards that we think have a possibility. Again, it's nothing set in stone yet. So if you don't want to miss out our reaction to the ban list when it comes out, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and follow our social media so you don't miss out on future content. Now, let's get to it. Now, like I said, these are the possibly getting hits. I really don't know, and there's a strong possibility of these getting hit just yet. I feel like this card should, that's just me, because again, with these, let's leave it right here. When Digivolving, draw 2, okay? Then trash 2 cards in your hand. If Greymon or X-Antibody is in Digimon's Digivolution cards, gain 1 memory. That seems like a lot just for being able to Digivolve for free on top of Garurumon. When its Digimon with Gurumon or Omnimon in its name would be deleted in battle by returning 2 non-Digi-Egg cards from your trash to the bottom of the deck. Prevent the deletion. They don't even need the X antibody. So realistically, this card is nuts. Although, again, I guess it's not as like. I guess it depends on how you view it. This card lets you trash cards, and the Greymon lets you reduce memory costs. So I guess like which do you think is worse? Again, but I feel like if this card's going to be at 4, um, I don't know. It's a possibility. I really don't know. Maybe this card could get hit. But this one, I feel like has the higher possibility out of these two. I remember this is a card a lot of people were saying could have gotten hit last ban list. So if I'm being honest, I don't know. I have a friend who plays this card. He literally had like the biggest sigh of relief when it didn't get hit, but I don't know. I think it's a possibility. Like, these are on the table, I guess you could say. Let's put a pin in it for later, but I don't really think either of these are going to get hit. At least not now. Not now, at least. Possibly. Although, I think out of all of them, this one, Analog Youth, has the biggest chance of getting hit. Again, just an opinion. Now this one, I feel like should get hit, but unfortunately because of the way Bandai does their restriction list, I don't think they're going to, because they don't hit like level 6 or higher. Like, they don't hit the really big Digimon. They only hit like the smaller, like super stuff like that, or uncommon stuff like that. But if you've been keeping up with the Japanese meta, like I mentioned before, have you seen this card with Anubismon is ridiculous. This card literally almost makes Anubismon almost makes this thing a free to play. Dang, sorry, allergies. Basically, though, winter. What do you expect? Basically, Anubismon makes this card practically free to play, and this card is already annoying on its own. But with being able to do something like that, that's just like so much more annoying. Also, really quickly, sorry for the image quality. This is the best I could get to be able to put in the slideshow. I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't accept the ping images. It's weird. So just be aware, some of these cards are going to have like this white border, and sorry. Damn. Okay, now this is another one that, again, I mentioned in the last one we had, possibly getting hit. Now, I feel like you can't really hit one without hitting the rest, for the sake of being fair. But realistically, there's a possibility. Like, these people are saying that they were probably going to hit these cards, preemptively, and they didn't, and we've had some time. And I don't think there's a single deck right now that doesn't play one of these, depending on the color you play. I can guarantee you that I can speak from experience. This card right here, I've been using this card in Black or Greymon, and I've been like literally beating everybody on my locals with it. So I'm not gonna lie, this card is nuts. So I've been working on a deck list. So if you want to see that, like the video, so you're interested, I'll probably upload that later. But these cards realistically do bring a lot of life into some older decks, and realistically does speed them up, so I wouldn't put it past it. It's a possibility. We'll see what happens. Now, this next part of the video is going to be cards. Now, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I really don't feel like there's a lot of cards that are going to get hit, because I feel like this is more of a preemptive list. But the next portion of this is going to be cards that I think could come back to 4. Ever since the most recent ban list, we now know Bandai is willing to bring cards from 1 to 4 again, which is which I think is a good thing, because it was getting to the point where how long are they going to be hitting cards in 1 and not bringing cards back? So, all right, possibly put to 4. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. With Aizmon Scatter Mode still at 1, I feel like you just put Aizmon back at 4. It's really not going to do anything. Again, just an opinion. But Jet Sylphie also, in the same regard, because realistically the way the game has gone, Jet Sylphie is kind of slow these days. I mean, they can play more tamers for a lesser cost. Okay, that's cool, but okay. I mean, there are a lot of other cards. I mean, realistically, let's be real. It's not as good as Geo. Like, if anything, I think yellow players would rather have Geo Gray back at 4. But I think Jet Sylphie would be a good card to add in. Like most people don't even play the hybrids anymore. Like the only hybrid deck that even gets play right now is what was red hybrid. Oh, there's blue obviously. People have been putting together back blue hybrid. So realistically, those two. So and I feel like since this card got hit on the same list that Tommy got hit, I feel like cards from this point in time might have actually a good chance. So maybe they want to bring more life back into yellow and yellow hybrid. I don't know. I think that this card could come back, honestly. I don't think it's as bad as it used to be. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. They have Shoutmon across 7. You have to say across 7, right? I know some people were talking about that. But realistically, they have that one, so what's it matter at this point? Having this one at 1. Who cares, really? Again, that's just from someone who doesn't even play Crossheart. I just know how to play against it because they need their tamers badly. That's what Black Hole Grandma does. But realistically, I feel like since they already have that and they already have King Shalma or something like that, the big one that combines them all Megazord style. I feel like since they already got that, does it really matter if this card's at 1? If they put it back at 4, is it really that big of a deal? Plus, I feel like a lot of people switch from Crossheart to Hunters, at least from what I've seen. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Actually, I feel like these cards might have a chance to come back to 4, and whether or not you think they could do anything, we'll see what happens. Now, this last part of the ban list is what me and Chandler and Michael always do. This is the wish list. Now, these are cards we really don't think are going to get, or this is going to happen, but hey, you never know. Yes, I had to put it. Again, as a Black or Grandma player, I really do want this card back at 4, but I understand why it's at 1. But hey, a guy can dream. You never know. Who knows what will happen? Even for like a week, I would love it if this card came back and they're like, oh crap, we made a mistake, and they like put it back to 1. I would be okay with that. I just want to play it again at 4 for like a week or something. But again, I understand why this card why this card's at 1. One we'll have to do for right now. We'll see. You never know, but I understand. This card, though, this is the real one right here. Like, ignore this image right now. This one, I feel like everyone can agree that this card needs to go. This card is super annoying. This card came out at the beginning of the game where the game was a lot slower. Now it's evolved to a point where this card is just too ridiculous. I feel like this card really does need to go. If you've ever played against Bloomlordmon, even Rosemon, and even some bug decks like Grandis and all that, they could be literally at zero memory. They play this card, they get like so much advantage back. It is ridiculous. This card is just crazy. I feel like this card needs to go. And again, this is an opinion, but I feel like most players would agree this card is just annoying and way too much of a sack-based card. So that's pretty much our entire list. Like I said, these are just cards we feel like have a possibility. And realistically, I feel like a lot of these cards are ones that are pretty much commonly agreed upon might have a chance to get hit. We'll see what happens. Like I said, we're going to do a reaction to it as soon as it drops. So we're going to have to stay up late anyway. Again, it's cool. I have to stay up late anyways because we're going to pick up my brother from the airport. So we'll be up at that time anyways. So if you want to see our reaction to that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and follow our social media. And that's pretty much everything. Have a good day. And if you're watching this on a Friday, if I forget to upload this in time, have a good weekend too. Take care, and we'll see you at the reaction. Bye.